dealing with the situation at hand, your team had more or less decided to help out one of your own, dealing with their own matters at hand. Whether or not you want to continue that, it's entirely up to you, but you do have a name now and a location. Looking forward to investigating them, you can determine that they are at the Lucky Duck, a very nice, pleasant casino run by some nefarious means. Well, not nefarious means being just a very, very powerful person in the area due to the fact that they have so much money. And investigating them to find out where the secret underground black market is, yeah, that might cause some trouble. It already depends on what you guys do. Before you guys got here, however, you decided to go and rest up a bit in the Hourglass. I was about to say Hourglass Asylum. Hourglass Bar and Inn. And that is where you left off. Paying for your things and making sure that everything's taken care of beforehand. More or less, your team did get some rest. Milo kind of nudged themselves in. I don't know why you paid for a room if all you were going to do was sleep on a windowsill.
Hey, I asked if I could sleep on the roof of that lady's place, but no.
She would still say no. I'm just saying. And the other two, asleep in beds. It doesn't take long until you are fully rested and fully healed. It's taking forever for my player view to, what's it called? Load. So, easily you're able to make it back in the middle room where you all can congregate once more. If you decide to.
The beds are big enough for Aster?
Right.
Probably.
Takes a little bit of doing.
Because I did the math. If he's 3 Milos tall, then that'd make him 8.5 feet tall, wouldn't it?
Give or take a Milo, yeah.
We'll pull a chair over and set it at the end of the bed, and my feet hang off a little bit. It's fine.
I've done that. Anyways, eventually, dealing with the situation at hand, you are able to wake up fully rested and fully healed. Any spell loss you've lost, you regained. Any death saves you've lost, there we go, finally loaded. You got it all back. You're all easily rested up and right as rain. You do your morning rituals, which mainly consists of, well, it honestly depends on all of you. You might pray, you might just wake up, grab a snack, and then just head over. Or you might just begin to study and learn. Honestly, it all depends on you. But you're all able to get back towards the more or less quarter sanction room, which is a room I just made up because I can't remember for the life of me the word study. Well, making it back, you do have a few things you can do. One is investigate the Lucky Duck. The other one is just, go gambling. There are a few other things you can do outside of that, is going to the harbor and maybe investigating there, or just wandering about, shooting the breeze. Another one is simply going to the temple. If you are religious, you can, do your morning, not your morning routine, your dividends and whatever else you may call it. You can go back to the Sea Shanty Bar, which is the bar you came here beforehand, but they don't have an inn, which is why you came here. Or you can just leave. You can always just leave.
Did we pay for the rooms here already?
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be a little awkward if you're already asleep in a room.
Memory serves, isn't the docks our best bet for finding this dude, Milo?
No, we were told that he works in that one place. You said it was a casino?
No, he is in an underground black market that is underneath the casino.
Right. Yeah, he's in the underground of the casino.
The docks themselves can lead you to more information and clues, potentially, but you know specifically that Jen Michaels is underneath and in the black market.
Yeah, it's what we got from using one of the tokens for paying from a broker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why don't we go to the casino then and see if we can't find a way into the black market, either before high rollers or just know the right things to say.
Alright,
Well, if you're not in
uh,
a too big of a hurry, I'd like to go get something to eat at the other place first.
I am amicable to that idea. Their food is a lot better than the food here.
mhm.
Without too much issue, you go back to the sea shanty. A nice, quaint bar that is a little bit more than meets the eye. Ironically enough, you guys were already at the bar, so you're already at the bar. The patron there, whose name you've never gotten, which honestly doesn't matter, does welcome you once more. Sure, she can be read.
The FYI, I have instead of the owl right now, I have the monkey.
Okay, you never gave me an image until just now, so it's gonna take me a quick sec to make it. I'm assuming it's not a gorilla size monkey.
No, I can't find a decent monkey picture. It's a medium-sized creature, so that one technically is probably don't use that one. But I have the monkey yet. The monkey.
Okay.
And he's currently just hanging right next to me on the floor as I pass him food.
Well, making into the area, the person you call Red greets you all. Welcome. It's a pleasure to see you all again. 2 days in a row.
Well, we did say we'd come back. Could we get some breakfast?
Of course.
What do you have here?
Well, today in the morning we do have some nice breakfast options, if you prefer it that way. We do have some nice... let me check here. She looks at a basic recipe book, the ingredients she currently has, and she does state, from what I can tell, we currently do have a few choices of eggs, some of them chicken, some of them snake, others of them... man, I'm blanking on the name. The giant chicken beast. Does anyone remember that creature's name?
Axe beaks?
They're like cockatrice?
Cockatrice?
Yes. Some nice cockatrice eggs as well. As well as some light grains to start your day.
I'll have that and some chicken eggs. And do you have any bacon or sausage?
Of course. Ignore the giant size. Eventually, she does come back. The meal itself costs 5 copper. She comes back with an assortment of sausages, some chicken eggs, because you don't want to go a little bit too off topic, off menu. And then you do get like some mashed potatoes, some gravy on the side. It's a heavy breakfast, but it's still edible. As well as some nice... Would she keep milk here? I don't think so. Some nice water, cool to the touch.
I'd eat like
Some oranges as well.
vegetables, greeneries, the fruits and stuff. Not
Yeah, vegetable platter would only cost 5 copper as well. So she gives you basically morning breakfast fruit. Some nice cantaloupe, some oranges here and there, some bananas. A nice platter.
Yoko will pay her and eat a light breakfast, so probably not all of it. And then she'll just offer the rest to Milo's monkey.
Milo, you should control the monkey now.
is there any meat in it?
What?
In the meal that Yoko's at offering the monkey.
I
Yeah,
heard
there'd be
feet.
some left.
Meat.
Oh,
Meat.
there'd be some left, I guess.
He would throw the meat away and eat the rest. Eat all of it, other than
The monkey would?
yeah.
Huh, vegetarian monkey.
You forget this is an extension of me, a primal creature. Well, I don't know. Actually, yeah. I don't know.
That's fine. The monkey can be vegetarian. I don't care. The monkey just like tosses it aside. It lands in someone's drink, and then just eats the vegetables that were left remaining.
I mean, it's been traveling with me for a while, so it's gotten accustomed to eating what I eat. So.
Yeah, it's picked up your mannerisms. That makes sense. Red then simply states, after you've all enjoyed a nice meal, Astra maybe not partaking today. It's entirely up to you. Honestly, it's
I was just gonna have her mix me up like a breakfast platter sampler plate.
Oh yeah, definitely. When she comes back, she does bring back like a nice sampling of 5 red meats, 2 dark meats, and 2 white meats. Each of them have like not different settings or menus, but like different name tags. Some of that says wild boar, others read wild tendril meat. You can ask her about that and what it means. Another one just says chicken and veal. And then on the side, it does have like Milo's vegetable platter, but smaller. Toothpicks in them, so you can eat as you go, or just eat what you want. It's Fat Clubber. It's all still very good though. Like even though it's small portioned in Astra's case, because platter, it's all very good. Definitely full, filling, even if you decide not to eat all of it. But Red does state, so not that I don't mind the returning business, but what do I owe the pleasure again?
Good food,
Breakfast.
mostly.
That's more than fair. It is hard to
Oh.
find a good breakfast in this town.
So if you wanted to tell us where we might do some shopping, perhaps some gambling at the same time, how to equate those two together.
Oh, if you want to shop and gamble, I suppose there are a few casinos in town. One of them is called the Lucky Duck. Another one's called the Sea Captain's Treasure, and the last one's called it's not a fine name, I'll tell you that much. But it is called the Big Booties Bandits. I wrote these a while ago. I can change the name if you want. You'll probably not go there.
I see. And you were telling us about the Lucky Duck yesterday, and how it might
yes.
have some interesting areas beneath it.
As far as I can tell, they have an assortment of various things you can find there. A lot easier to come by there, whether it be information, items that are just a little bit harder to find in the common stalls.
See, is there something we should ask for or say to them to present us with these opportunities?
At this point, you're basically asking her for information. So before she answers, she's like wrapping her fingers on the table bar. I'll have to think about it. While she continues to wrap the fingers.
Out of character, what was the third casino's name?
I don't want to
Yeah.
say it again.
The Big Booty Bandits.
I wrote these a while ago, okay?
It's a shame. I have a decent amount of coin. I'm sure I could purchase something. And I'm gonna set off. I don't remember how much the gold cards were worth, but
You don't know how much they're worth.
We
That's
didn't
the entire
tell
point.
us.
She doesn't tell you.
yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna set out like a small bag of gold, about 25 pieces worth.
All right, that's pretty good. Ask her to roll persuasion with advantage. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looking towards this, Red does state. Well, from what I hear, the proprietors, you'll have to speak with them first, and then ask them about today's specials. And when you communicate about today's specials, make sure you bring up the words. Uh, She looks at her catalog again, and then notes the date. Today, and she does state. You must phrase the words. Equinox flux.
See, and if we wanted to do some shopping on some other days, is there a different amount of words we should bring up? Perhaps you would be so kind to provide us with those as well.
You did roll pretty good. So, well, if you intend to go tomorrow, she'll. You can basically state the same thing in the beginning, and then casually throw in Raven's Folly. Equinox Flux, and then for tomorrow, Raven's Folly. The proprietor really enjoys their history.
See, thank you.
Of course.
And I'll finish my breakfast.
She feigns buffing the table area / bar, and then wipes the coins away.
Everyone else ready then?
Yep.
I'm ready to go.
Do you take
I'll,
care?
Tap the monkey to get him to stop playing, trying to eat the plate.
The monkey's currently almost halfway done until you realize that. Yeah, better stop them. You don't want them too full. As you head over to the Lucky Duck Casino. You guys sure you want to? You don't want to go to the Captain's Treasure?
No, we want to go to the Big Booty Bandits.
I don't have a map for
finish
that.
up. Well, right after we finish up at the Lucky Duck.
I honestly have a description for it, but I don't have a map for that.
Big booty bandits.
I digress. Entering into the area, you can tell that there's a lot of walking and talking, some dealings here and there. In the casual daylight, you do see some people of all varieties walks in the town. The city itself is called MYR, Mir. A nice port city. Oh wait, I think I already gave you a different name. Well, the name's not technically important. Just the stuff that's here.
Watershore, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Watershore. Sorry.
It
Or
was
Waterstone.
Waterstone. It was Waterstone.
Waterstone. Yes, that was it. I think Mir is. Oh, that was Friday's campaign. 1 second. Okay. I'm running out of games. Okay. Looking at Waterstone itself, you can tell that the area itself is plentiful with people of all walks and sizes. So blending in here is not that much of an issue. As you arrive to the Lucky Duck itself, you are able and greeted by 2 guards just stationed there. No one's blocking you, but when you enter inside, they simply state in unison, "Have a pleasant day." And then you simply are allowed inside. As you walk inside, you see a cacophony of people here and there. People betting, people gambling, and people maybe setting themselves as one person is on stage just dancing away. You do see a bartender further to the north. You also see a few private rooms you can attend to, and these casinos have some commodities such as not living quarters. I mean, obviously, you can, if you're a big spender, you can definitely requisition a room and you can definitely take it for the night. Or if you find yourselves in the beneficial state of, just being someone the casino owner likes, you are more than able to make one of these rooms your home. I'm going to say one of you asks how the casino is doing in this information. Potential living quarters. Only depends on how and what you do. Also, you can just win stuff here. In the corners in the area, you do find some commodities here and there, a good amount of cash just like being stacked on tables. You also see like some clothes and some weaponry here and there that are like being bet on or being put on the
Gambled
table,
away.
gambled away. Yes. As you enter inside, I'm just gonna say a rando guard. Well, technically security. Random security officer just comes forward. Welcome to Lucky Duck. What do we owe our pleasure today?
Just kind of looking around, trying to see if there's any lucky tables.
It all depends on the kind of game you want. Tell me now. First time?
Here, yes.
Then here. He tosses you what appears to be a gold chip. It looks like a standard betting chip, and looking on it, it does have a duck and the word lucky on it. You'll be able to bet on any of these tables for free your first round. Afterwards, you will have to use your own money. Patron's orders on the house.
Did he give just Aster that, or did he give all of us one?
He would give all of you it. Honestly, he just interacted with Aster first. So when noting that all of you come in, he does the exact same spiel again, and then tosses each of you, except the monkey. Monkey doesn't get one.
I was gonna ask.
Monkey's smart.
Monkey's smart, but he doesn't consider it a humanoid.
He's 8. The monkey has an 8 intelligence, so I mean.
He doesn't consider a monkey humanoid. You all have a pleasant stay here. We have
Thank you.
blackjack, standard poker here and there. We do have some other betting things you can do. There are also a few performance things if you're more inclined to that type of work. And you can just bet on the colors and the numbers. Do enjoy yourself.
Thank
Who
you.
are we supposed to talk to, Aster?
We're supposed to speak with the proprietor, but it'd be a little awkward if we came in and immediately asked for such a thing.
You do see a few guards in the area, no one major, or at least no one standing out like, I'm big, brooding, and I'll kill you immediately if you look at me the wrong way. It's just people they hired standing in tow.
As we're just like sitting here walking and stuff, and everything, Milo will pop the monkey on the head as he's starting to get kind of unruly, and it says, "Behave." And the monkey kind of like sulks and just follows behind Milo. As
All right.
he goes, walks over to this table.
All right.
Yoko's just gonna wander around and look at the games being played at different tables and just see how much money is being gambled.
The current table you're at is considered, let's see here, 21 blackjack. Looking at the table, they seem to have a good amount of cards in their hand. There's 3 of them, and it's an 8, a 7, and a 2. Looking at that, you can tell that they're playing for some weird number. But looking at it, the dealer and this one random guy look at each other. On the table itself, you find an ace and a 3. And the guy that is running the table looks towards the person. Collar bust. Sorry, I don't know all terminology. Basically, he's asking, you want another card, or are you calling it there? The person then states, another card. Then he gives him another card. It turns out to be a 7. And then the guy just shouts out some profanities and throws his cards on the table. The person that's running the table flips over their last card, and it is 10. So ironically enough, he still wins, just not a very good number. So looking at this, the person running the table then states, towards the 2 new people coming about, next round.
Yeah, man.
Right, sir.
I'll just watch for now.
All right. The minimum cost to pool in. I should really learn the terminology of betting. Minimum table buy-in is 5 silver.
I'll put my my first one's free chip down.
Very good, sir. He takes it, exchanges it for 10 gold. Apparently, that first chip is worth 10 gold.
Noted. And I'll put out 1 gold as my bet.
Put down 1 gold, and he does bring out a few cards. He hands you Asher a card. He hands that one silhouetted man a card. Asher, I want you to go ahead and roll a d10. Okay, and go ahead and roll a d6. Sorry, d4. You have an ace of clubs. Let me look at the guy, see what he gets. He has a joker. No, wait. Jokers are taking it out of blackjack, I think.
Yes.
Oh shit! There's a thing called draw cards.
Yeah, I don't like to use those because, one, I don't know how to get rid of them. So they're stuck there now.
You click on them and hit delete.
It doesn't allow me to do it. I can hide them.
Did. Oh.
But they'll appear up again sometime. I just don't know when. It's just easier this way for me. I like to use dice. It's already there. But good call on the cards. Looking at this, you can tell that the guy doesn't really have a lot of luck. The guy running the table draws the card, and it turns out to be a 3 of clubs. Looking towards you, Asher, he does state, like making small talk while he shuffles. So, what brings you into town?
A bit of shopping, bit of looking around, you know.
Oh, makes sense. Few nice shops in town. Let's see here. From what I can remember, I don't really go out that often. I don't really need to shop outside of this place. Or like the Wizard's Tower, a nice little shop to the south. And then there's the vendors you can easily just walk through the shopping district. Then there's the Evil Eye, a nice arcane shop. And then there's the blacksmith, known as Iron, Timber, and Limber. Don't really know what that means. I think it's some pirate thing. He then deals another card towards you guys. Asher, go ahead and roll a d10. All right. You have an ace, 8 of spades. Gonna roll for this guy. He has a 5 of hearts. He's not doing so great. Milo, looking around you and examining the place, you can tell someone's cheating. It is the guy that's silhouetted playing against Aster. He's not a very good cheater. He keeps picking the wrong cards. Other than that, you can tell that people here are betting here and there. As long as no one is overstepping, you can tell that the guards basically leave them alone. If someone does overstep and accidentally cheats too much, you imagine, they likely get a talking to, air quotes, and basically get dragged into another room. You see this happen like once or twice in the entire time you're here. But looking towards this, the guy that's running the table draws another card. 7 of diamonds. So looking at this, Aster, you have 18. The table has 10. And
I have 19.
Oh yeah, that's true, because you have an ace. And the guy that is against you has
Dog,
12.
you really don't know how blackjack works, do you?
I can go to 21. That's honestly what we're playing.
Players don't play against one another in blackjack. They only
They
play against the
table.
house.
Yeah, the house.
Okay.
But
stay.
But if he wins,
stay.
he still wins. Sorry. I only know how to play 21 in Go Fish. And Uno. Yeah. Looking at this, the guy's likely not going to be able to make it or get close enough. The table then looks towards you. You stay, looking towards him. He's going to draw one more card. Just going to roll for him. No, he drew not enough. flat out just drops his coins. The house then draws one more, and it's a 5, so he does not even get close. Looking towards Aster, you do collect 30 gold total. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Of course. So tell me, any of the shops look interesting to you, or are you looking for anything a little out of the ordinary?
I was looking for something a little out of the ordinary. I was wondering if you guys had any specials with the equinox fluxing around and whatnot.
Ah, right. It is the time of the solstice pretty soon. The proprietor might be able to help you in that case. They are more inclined to the whole spiritual realm and all that. He
I'd be
then
interested in talking to them.
tells you directions towards them, which is basically the very, very back room, all the way. Oh wait, that's a different map. It's basically this side room. I forgot they're there currently. Not obviously visual right now. He basically points to the side door.
Thank you. And
Of course.
have a good day at work.
Always do, sir.
I'm gonna go over to the guard and ask, "What's that room for?" And kind of point over to the room where the people were hauled off for cheating.
Looking towards you, the guard does state, why do you need that information?
I was just curious. The people going there didn't look too happy.
They broke rules. Rules have consequences. Breaking rules have even worse consequences. Obviously, you yourself don't stab someone in the street and expect nothing to happen to you, now do you?
Fair enough.
Have a good day, miss. You do know that the room that they went to is that room right there. That obviously leads to a downstairs. Once more, I know, I know, Aster. I'm not a gambler.
You know, it's very very telling.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that the little mini game section is over.
Me too. Beforehand, I just went with evens and odds, which I should have just done. Anyways, looking towards the door, you can tell that Milo's behind you. Also, Yoko is trying to ask, hey, where do you take the guys that are cheating and what happens to them? And the guard's basically like, have a nice day, miss. So, definitely some shady stuff going around, but, you know, nothing out of the ordinary just yet. Is there anything you guys do?
Well, I guess I'll follow Aster.
All right. What about you, Milo?
Sorry about that. I didn't hear anything because my headset was bleeding out.
Asher found where the proprietor currently is. Do you follow? Do you say, nah, I'm going to leave? Or you do something else in the casino?
No, I'm gonna follow.
Okay. If that's what you decide. Alright. Getting there is not really an issue, you know. You're kind of at the door already. Looking at the door, it does say, please knock before entering.
3 heavy wraps on it.
Alright. Inside, you do hear someone simply stating, can I help you?
I'd like to speak with the proprietor about the daily specials.
Oh, it's a little late today. Some other time, perhaps? We can book a time if you'd like.
I won't be long in town, though I suppose we could come back tomorrow if we really must.
All right. Let's see here tomorrow. We do have a time slot within the afternoon tomorrow.
Wait, how late is it?
It's like you got here pretty early. These guys are just habitual gamblers. It's like 8 a.m.
And that's too late in the day for the daily special.
I gave you guys a code word. You're just not using it.
I mean, the equinox is flexing. We might not make it back in time.
Oh, that is quite true. It is. It is getting closer now, isn't it? All right. Step right through. You do hear a little wind chime next to the door, as if something was either activated or removed. You're not entirely sure. But they do state once more. Do come in.
Is that the room where we're supposed to go?
That is the room you're supposed to go.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
going to take a look at the door to see if I can spot what made the chiming sound.
At the very top corner of the left side, you can tell that next to the hinges where they stand, there are some symbols on there written in Draconic. Do you speak Draconic?
Nope.
They are written in a gobbledygook language. It's probably magic. But as Aster, I guess Aster would be the first one to step inside. Aster, as you step inside, you do see a very pale woman with white umber hair. Now that I think about it, she kind of looks like a tiefling. Whatever. Succubus, tieflings, whatever. I literally looked up the word succubus, and this is one I found. Moving on. With black horns jutted about, her skin itself is white, almost like porcelain, until it reaches her hands, where it goes into a dark motif, and then at the very edges of her hands are more like claws than anything else. But they still have the mobility of fingers themselves. Her body itself is framed in a very gallant white dress themselves. Very, very expensive looking, but looking towards you. I think this is the first one, okay? Probably won't be the last. She does look towards you. So how can I help you?
We were looking to do a little bit of shopping, as I'm sure you're aware now.
Yes. Huh. Well, I do deal with a whole assortment of things. Oh, pardon my misgivings, by the way. Either way, I am Olivera Myers. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is ours.
Kind of scurry up to the chair and hop up into it so I can at least get eye level with her to be able to see her.
You do so. It's a little weird, and it's fine. She once you like scoot the chair back and then like stand on it to like meet eye level. Oh, by all means, please take a seat. Yoko, as you advance forward, you can tell that her garb and her gown is made of very fine fabric silks. Definitely from the continent, kingdom that you hail from. Technically, you're from an empire, but that's neither here or there. And by the way the material looks and its dressed and how much there is, it's definitely for someone of royalty or very, very rich, is the way I'm going to describe it. So, she does have a lot of money, if nothing else. Let's see here. Any particular thing are you looking to purchase? Some spices, some new weaponry, perhaps a servitude for your home or abode? I would need to know to point you in the right direction, dear.
Of course. We actually know the name of the man that we would like to speak with.
Oh, even simpler then.
Zen Michaels?
When you speak the name, she does look towards you curiously, and then does state, "Ah, I have heard the name. Any particular reason why?"
It's been brought to our attention that he is a few things that we would like to, so you'll understand that discretion is perhaps one of the finer spices in life.
Of course. One moment. She takes out a massive ledger book. Any of you have? I don't know if you would have it at 3rd level, but you could potentially have the feat that creates ciphers.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you do see an assortment of books. Not books. A book with an assortment of various weird symbols written on it. It does look like the common language, but it looks very confusing and very hard to read. She looks through the rows one by one and then goes around at the very edges of it. When she finishes off, she does state, they are currently there. Would you like to go now?
Please.
It would be most amicable.
Of course. Immediately, Milo starts to choke.
That wasn't me.
That was Aster.
Oh, immediately Aster begins to choke.
Or, coughing from disease.
Makes sense. Sorry. She then states, "Very well then. Please follow me." And she begins to move out. I guess giving people an attack of opportunity if they want to take it.
And I.
She steps out, looks towards the guard here. The guard salutes, and the guard then states, "Welcome, ma'am. Yes, do you mind if I borrow your key for today?" Not at all. He hands over a very stern-looking key. The key itself is pitch black with a skull behind it. The skull itself looks like a dragon symbol-ish kind of thing, and then with like wings, but the wings of a duck. It's kind of weird, but she does take it. Thank you. Of course, ma'am. And then she unlatches this door. She then moves back to the guard and gives back the key. The key is quickly put back in a pocket, and then she then states, "All right, then follow me." Oh, and do not mind the screams, dears. We're asking a few questions. Does anyone mind the screams? If you do, it's fine. If you don't, it doesn't matter. The interrogation rooms are basically a separate map. You don't really need to if you don't decide to.
Not interested.
Not interested.
Okay. And you do hear a lot of crying, a lot of screaming, but no one's dying. So, yeah.
Well, people dying is bad for business.
Yeah. She takes you down to the area and pointing towards a very non-sequestered. No, I'm gonna make it simpler this way. Looking towards an area and pointing it out, you do see a very nice, stern-looking man. They are dressed to the nine and very pragmatic. If it wasn't for their build, you definitely wouldn't have expected that this person is Jen Michaels. They themselves are from the same kingdom that Yoko lies, but they're not. Well, let's just say they're adopted into that kingdom. They stand a very whopping 8 feet tall, 500 pounds. I think that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not a good build. I don't know if that's too thin. I'm not a nutritionist. Standing next to a fire, currently selling their wares. That over there is Jen Michaels. Do you need anything else, or would you like your private conversation to be private?
That'll be all. Thank you, Miss Myers.
Of course. Do enjoy yourselves. And she heads back up, likely to do her thing that she does. As you arrive here, you can see some people setting a few things. Looking towards like a place that just has the label spice on it, you can see that there are spices there, but there are also like some poisons, some actual drugs, things that probably aren't sold, on the surface. So when she mentioned spices, like to kill people or to have recreational fun. Looking towards the instruments around, looking towards the weaponry. You can tell that a lot of the weapons down here are meant to kill stealthily, hurt violently, or just shatter a man into pieces. Oh, that's what she meant, like new gear. And then looking towards like some people in cages. Oh, that's what she meant with servants. Welcome to the black market. Yeah, you were told that he is human.
Yoko is going to go over here and check out the weapons on display.
Looking towards this woman that's currently selling their wares. They are a Yang T half breed, half blood. Sorry. So they look more snake-like. I forget. Are the half bloods more snake, or are they more?
They're half
person?
snake. The full-blooded. There's the
Pure blood, half blood, and abominations, I think.
yeah, half bloods are half, like they have part of their body is half snake. Pure bloods have the human body, but they have the characteristics like
Yeah, they
some
might have
scales.
some like scales,
Their
snake
eyes.
eyes.
Okay.
Stuff
I don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know why, but I always mix up the states of them because I always feel like, yeah, pure blood Yang T, obviously a giant snake. No,
Those are the monstrosities.
completely opposite. But the half blood Yang T with the half of their body snake like. She does greet you. Welcome, welcome to the my wares. What do I have the pleasure today? What are we looking into? Assassination, a lover's quarrel, or a simple perusement?
Well, I'd just like to see what blades you have here.
Of course. Of course. She then brings out a few blades here and there. A lot of them are very finely made. Half the blades are +1, like just fantastically made. But when looking at the prices, the minimum price is like, 300 gold, so they're expensive. Looking towards the rest of them, you do see one that like whips fire out of the hilt. You see another one that basically oozes green blood or probably poison. Another one that seems to be shrouded in shadow, and then another one that seems to be near imperceptive unless you look at it right.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like these are all out of my price range, but I'll definitely keep you in mind when I have some more coin to spend. These look like excellent blades.
They are indeed. And if you're more than willing to do a job for the boss, I'm sure we can come to a understanding.
Oh, what kind of job?
It all depends on what they need now, doesn't it? The boss usually likes to put someone to the test, making them aware of their limits and understand where they stand. It
And
can.
how would I go about arranging a meeting with them to see about performing a task for them?
She points to the man to the left, right, of her. Technically, it'd be left. The way she's showing you. Looking towards the man that was described as Jan Michaels. That man over there can give you more information. He's their
See,
right hand.
I see. Thank
Hmm.
you.
A word of advice, though. Looks can be deceiving, especially down here.
Of course.
Milo, Aster, what are you two doing? While Yoko is looking into things.
So Milo, that seems to be the man you're looking for. Do you know what you need from him?
But we were told that he's the one that most likely have the information of why the situation between Aquas and this country, or this country's quote unquote helping, supporting Aquas. So
I'm here if you need the assistance, but this is your job, and I will not harm. I will not rob you of your glory.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. Hold on. Say that again. Like
I
out
will
of character,
be.
I couldn't hear you.
I will be here for you, but I will not rob you of your glory.
Just watch my back. I'll look over at the monkey, point at Aster, and say, "Guard." And the monkey will kind of scurry over next to you.
All right. The monkey scurries along next to Aster, basically, right beside him all throughout. Ironically enough, Jen Michaels is currently discussing some topic with this woman. A lot of the tokens I have here are women. With this man. Oh, no, they're just clustered all here. Well, whatever. Looking towards them, they do state, all right then. If you want the job done, it'll be done in tomorrow. Any exclusionary measurements? No, just make sure that... He would say it this way. No, just make sure, it's a man now. That wench of a wife pays for everything she owes. All right, traumatization or complete murder? Traumatizing, for life if you can. Easy enough done. The man pays him, 5 gold and then begins to leave. Bumps into Aster. Watch where you're going. And then continues to walk.
You do the same.
You watch Aster kind of, as you turn around towards the direction, you watch the monkey kind of give that person the evil eye, like it bumped into you and it was just told to guard you.
That guy's got some balls on him if he just bumps into someone like Aster and gives
Yeah.
them lip.
I mean, he did just hire someone to traumatize his former wife. You might not be in the best mood. But Jen looks towards you guys. All right, more customers then. So what can Michaels do for you?
Milo just kind of crosses his hands behind his back and walks up in front of Aster to make Aster look like he's his quote unquote bodyguard. I heard you were the one to speak to for you say information.
Information. If that's all you want, I can easily arrange that. It'll cost you a pretty penny depending on what type of information. And I can't tell you the price until I know the topic now, can I? I can also do arrange jobs here and there, assassinations, and the typical poisoning.
I hold up. I pull one of my arms out from behind my back and hold up 2 fingers, and then fold one down. Go first. I would like some information on the reason why this country is quote unquote aiding the country of Aquas.
He does raise an eyebrow. And the second?
In my travels, I have been led here to this country from words of mouth. Maybe you would be able to help me find someone. They go by the name, not name per se, the moniker of the mask. They
Mask.
do somewhat similar to what you do, and I'm looking for them to do a job.
Looking towards you, he does state. Well, for the first part, it'll run you 200 gold. Easy enough job. Come back tomorrow and I'll have the information. Second one, the second one will cost a pretty penny.
As I'm standing by right in front of Aster, I kind of tap him on his shin and hold out my hand, hoping he understands what I need as I hold my hand out for him to hand me something.
We'll hand him one of the gold cards.
With this device,
For the first job, maybe.
I kind of like the coin trick, but with the card, and flick it towards him.
You flick it towards him, he catches it, bites it, and then you see his tooth that is white. Basically, nothing happens to the tooth. It just looks like the tooth is sucking in the gold as it turns black. Alright, genuine. He puts it in his bag. That's next to him. Alright. Come back tomorrow and I'll get your information. If you want to wait until tomorrow, fine. I don't care. You'll get it when it's ready. Sound good?
Indeed.
Alright. Enjoy your stay in the underground. He then begins to take out what appears to be a small ruby cube. It's kind of weird. It does have like those strange gobbledygook symbols that Yoko saw before. Does anyone read Draconic?
Do.
No.
Asher, you know that this is a sending stone. He talks into it and basically states, "Alright then, I got a job for you." A few people on the other line basically states, "Yeah, boss, what you want?" Right now we're looking into the connections between our kingdom and the kingdom of... Gosh, I was about to say Alabaster, but that's One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Aquas. I want any connections leading to and cooperation with them, either by coincidence or simple necessity. Alright, taking some time though. They already paid beforehand. Take all the time you need, as long as it's by tomorrow. I hear some chuckling in the background. Sure thing, boss. And then they scurry off. He puts the sending stone back in his pocket, to his left, and then simply states, "Alright then. You have one day." Can't say that my boys will be quite about things, but you'll get your information.
I'll tap Aster's knee again.
Slap,
Or
slap.
shake.
Oh, at any time, by the way, I'm not saying he is. Obviously, you're in a criminal den, so I'm going to remind you. You can roll insight at any point in time. You can also just believe them. You can also maybe persuade them. It's entirely up to you.
It really doesn't matter.
You're taking him at face value.
I rolled a 2.
Maybe you like him.
I mean, I know how this part of the job works.
True. You're taking him at face value. He does seem to have a network working for him, or at least not with him. You're not exactly sure if he's the stealthiest type. By the bulk frame of him, maybe his men and women that work for him are just the same. Brooding, destructive, as well as take life by the horns, by force if need be. You're not entirely sure.
Right.
Alright then. That'll be one job. The next job, though, it'll cost more than one card. If you have any more cards with you, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt someone within the fold would give more than one card to their subordinate. If you have more, it'll cost 3. If you don't have 3, it'll cost 3,000 gold.
I'll be back for that.
You do that. Who's to say someone won't purchase while you're looking into things? Or why are these new faces down here? Can't really say.
I kind of just smirk at him, giving off the vibe. By all means, if that gets you money, then that gets you money.
Glad you see it my way. Now then, other than this man's fine work, can I offer my services to any of you? Looks towards Aster, Yoko. Can I leave the monkey for a quick second, wondering why there's a monkey down here? And then just like shrugs it off.
Well, I was just speaking to the weapons dealer over there, and they mentioned that you could help me get in touch with the boss, who would have a test or job of some sort for me to be able to work something out with the weapon merchant there.
You want to work? You want to get hired by the Hive King? Title. You want to get hired by the Hive Queen?
I want some of those swords.
I like how you think, kid. All right, tell you what. I'll make a few calls, get you an interview. Sound good?
I suppose.
No charge for this one. If you do somehow wind up being a good lead, I get paid for finding them a good soldier boy, soldier girl, whatever you are. You look like a kitsune. Shapeshifters, from what I can tell. Be who you want to be. But any of you want to get potentially hired and killed off while you can't finish off your own assignment, I get paid either way.
So
We'll be
what
back.
time should I be back for the interview?
Come back in 2 hours. I'm sure I can arrange something within that time.
Okay. And she'll step back and look to Aster to see if there's anything he wanted to say.
Or says nothing.
All right. Does anyone have a past perception of 16?
I do.
You do see shadows like on the roof. The roof itself is not like porcelain, marble. It is brick stone laced in the area, but only some places. You can tell that the Lucky Duck's flooring is there, but some of the places there are like the jagged rocks that go downwards. I forget what they're called.
Stalactites.
Stalactites. I get confused all the time. And within those, you do see like some shadows jumping from one of stalactite to the other, and then just standing in wait. It's not just happening near you; it's happening everywhere.
Are there any ones particularly eyeing us?
There's currently one eyeing you for a quick second, and then like moves on. They seem to be maybe the underground security.
Moderate team. Gotcha. Well, you got to be back in 2 hours. My stuff's not gonna be ready tomorrow.
Well, I can just hang around here for 2 hours. So,
I mean, you can. No one's stopping you. Do you guys just hang for 2 hours? You can.
Might as well.
Uh,
Got nothing else to look at.
some time passes and you do communicate with a few people here and there. You do find that some of the slaves are worth 10 gold if you really want one. Uh, however, the cheapest ones are women and children first. Uh, and then old people. You may or may not find that good, but you're dealing with thieves and crooks and bad people, so if you say something, you say something. Uh, Beyond that, though, you do find some merchants here and there selling poisons. The poisons themselves aren't that expensive, but they're the standard poisons. No homebrew makeshift stuff that are kind of housebroken. Not housebroken, sorry. Uh, Game breaking.
If you want to see broken, look at the basic assassin's poison.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like 7d6 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Looking at the area, you can also find select tricks of the trade, some nice weapons that are +1 instruments here and there, but nothing magical. Though outside of your budget, within your budget, you do find like some +1 weapons here and there. Some nice shields, some nice clothing that are more like attire to this area. If you decide to come back here, there are a few things you can do. One is basically be considered part of the underground market section. Another is simply going and communicating with the Ducky Duck owner, which honestly you can do. That's the easiest way. But to come back down here, you basically need to be spotted. But there are other ways of not doing that. You do communicate with the people down here, and it's nice, it's pleasant. For crooks and charlatans as they are, they're business people through and through, so they deal with you as long as you have money.
That spot there that I just pinged, is that a butchered fish or person?
Do you ask? It's in a box.
No.
Okay. It's a fish, by the way. It's a very big fish. You worry if it's either a merfolk or just a very big fish, and you don't ask. Probably. But 2 hours passes, you meet some nice evil folk, and eventually the Hive Queen does show up. As soon as I find their token. Oh, I've already used this token. It really doesn't matter. Technically they're a Goliath, so I'm just gonna use a Storm Giant. Token. Token.
You're very manly, ma'am.
Coming forward, do you say that out loud?
No, that was out of character.
Stepping forward, the Hive Queen does move forward towards Jen, and Jen looks, all right, I got a couple of people here that want to meet you. Maybe for a job, maybe a nice interview, maybe some people that can get a job done, you know? The Hive Queen does look towards Jen, and in a very masculine, vibrato voice simply states, thank you. Pays him their dividends, which is, new hire fee. Looking towards you, they're pretty tall themselves, but they're around 7 feet 5 inches. Finder's fee, yeah. My name is Dawn. How can I help you? Well, rather, how can you help me? And what is it you can do, rather?
Well, I came here looking for some swords, and the nice woman at the, dealing in them said that if I did some work for you, we may be able to work something out.
Oh, so you want the underground fee? Couldn't be an issue. Tell me what you can do. You work with assassinations, you work with political matters, you work with standard hunt and kill. What's your game?
Well, I can use some magic, and I'm good with swords.
Ah, magical assassin. I respect that. I do have a person that's coming into town recently, and I need them killed off. If you can do the job, you'll have the hive's price, rather than a simple wanderer walking in. Sound good?
Who are they and why do you need them killed?
Their name is Reeves Mathers. They're a merchant getting into this territory. And they're kind of dealing with business. Their current their current stock is not something we want here. So we need to get rid of it. Either burn their wagon down or kill them off. Either way works for me.
Okay, I should be able to handle that.
As long as they don't come into town, don't really care.
Do you know when they're supposed to be arriving?
Tonight.
And from which direction?
North Forest. Shouldn't be a road away. It shouldn't be that far away. It's a road easily traveled by many. I already have a few people there stationed. But if you can do the job and get rid of their security force while you're at it, less men I have to lose.
Okay. You mentioned a security force. Do you know how many he might have with them?
Depends on their cargo. What they're carrying now, I reckon 5 or 6.
Do you expect they'll be well armed and well trained, or?
Look, if you don't think you can handle the job, I can find other people more than willing to offer their lives for the hive.
I just don't want any surprises if it can be avoided.
Fair enough. He pays them well. The ones he finds, they can use magic, but not such of great extent. Others can use a blade quite well. If I had to rate them, giving them a number between 1 and 20, let's say, maybe 2 to 3. More than likely the majority 1.
Okay. Then I'll turn to Astra and Milo and ask, what do you two think?
It's not something we can't handle.
No, handling it is not the problem.
Well, should we head out there to see if we can take care of it then?
I suppose if it's around here, we'll move for that information.
True.
Jen does state you do have some time to wait.
I mean, we can handle the situation like Don said. Kill him or burn his stuff. They don't want the materials here. Either way, we can handle it.
Either way.
And you did say, even if he's still alive, his stuff is not around anymore.
As long as the cargo doesn't get into town. Although I'm not going to say my men won't kill him. They get a little bloodthirsty.
Don't we all?
I suppose we do. He does give you more details. Looking at the piece of paper, you can tell that there's currently 3 men currently stationed at the area. It's a forest path that's easily accessible to merchants and traders, so easily finding it, not really an issue. If he's coming later tonight, that does mean he's likely going to be there before the sun sets. So getting there now, it's a little preemptive, but, doable. Looking at things, he does seem to have a regiment of maybe 5 to 6 people accompanying him, but that's not, so out of the ordinary, especially for a merchant. Based on what he says, they are also relatively well trained to maybe a level 1 or 3 subtype. I don't know why I said subtype. Level. But overall, not too much to worry about, except for he did say some of them might have magic.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the basic things he tells you. I should also let you know that they are a high elf. If that helps you. His guards would
All
be
right.
stationed with armor and clad in their chains. Whatever they are, it really doesn't matter as long as you deal with them.
Mm-hmm. Guess we should head out.
Also
You guys head
should.
out?
I'm ready to go when you two are.
Okay.
All right. I guess we'll head up in that direction and get to the area a decent ways from town, but also not too far.
All right. For some reason, I can't find my dumb NPCs. Well, I'll figure this out later. There we go. Entering into the forest, you do see that a few places here and there are scattered to the winds, but easily accessible to the most of you. Looking around you, you do hear a few whispers here and there, and you do see 3 people, like sitting in the woodworks where it was described they would be, and currently like not spying on you, but spying in the area, looking towards the north. Yoko, do you just approach them?
Yeah. We should probably wait until Sar gets back.
Yeah, no problem.
Out of character, what'd you say the merchant's name was?
Which one?
The one we need to kill. Or dissuade from doing business here.
Their name, which was just a throwaway because the mission was just a mission, was I use too many I'm names. Nathan Danvers. Hi Elf, hi Born. Welcome back, Milo. With a more or less capable stance. But yeah, coming back, Yoko, you do see. Actually, everyone does see the 3 people that the Dawn did state would be here. So that's not a surprise.
Kind of give a whistle and point to a tree across the road, and the monkey runs and hides in the tree.
All right. Beginning to push around and making sure that they aren't seen. You can tell that the other 3 are waiting. Noticing you, the closest one next to Yoko does move forwards. And then, in a nonchalant way, simply states, howdy, ma'am. You lost or something.
No, we're here on business, looking to deal with an unwanted merchant.
Oh, I see. Well, it is a little dangerous out here. Are you sure you want to discuss business with them right now?
Well, it'd probably be best if we could discuss the matter with them in private.
Well, I suppose that would make sense. You can tell that they're not like directly moving to grab their weapon, but you can tell that they're like fidgeting, their hand getting ever closer to their weapon.
Yoko's just gonna sigh and say, "The Dawn sent us. He wants us to kill this guy."
The man sighs and then goes, "Oh, why don't you say so, miss? Like honestly." If you were part of the Don's gig crew, you're more than welcome. He calls over his other two boys.
Everyone else was being all secretive and stuff, and I felt left out.
I get that. Me, name's Mark. My boy here, name's June. A half orc just waves at you. And there's Noble. I've told you before, my name's not Noble. You're an elf, you're a noble, aren't you? Not every elf is a noble. Yeah, that's what Noble says. Don't believe him. So, how'd you get into the gig?
Well, the weapon dealer told me that I may be able to work out something if I do a job for Jen and the Don, and well, I got sent here to deal with this matter.
No fooling? That does make sense. That's what the Don would say. Alright then. If you are here to help, you're more the merrier. As long as you don't get a cut of our pay.
Okay.
You aren't getting cut, right?
You're
We
we're
weren't
doing
told
your
anything
job.
about that.
No.
Alright, sounds good. They clap their hands and then simply states, alright, they're gonna be here in a few hours, so we're just making sure no one comes around, you know? Making sure no one to look, no one to blab, and no one else has to die. You know? Alright, June. The half-orc does nod in agreement. If you have to kill, you have to kill, as long as it's part of the job, but don't really want to kill anyone that doesn't deserve it. Fair enough. I mean, not everyone can be as bloodthirsty as Noble, right, Noble? Yeah, sure, whatever. Bloodthirsty. Do you guys wait the allotted time?
You get the feeling that they're not actually very good at this.
No,
you asked
probably not.
Not just saying that to my party.
I'm gonna go see if I can find a spot to hide alongside the road.
Looking around you can tell that there are some nice shrubbery here and there. Some definitely good canopy that would allow you to be inaccessible to most other people. Obviously, if people know that you're there, they know that you're there. But overall, you're able to heavily blend into the area as long as you take your time. And a couple hours from now, definitely can take your time. You have a current base. They would require a passive perception or a good roll of, I'm going to say 20. Not natural, but a 20 to peer through the camouflage. Seems about right.
Okay, then I'll just get comfy and wait.
I'm trying to figure out. Level 3 druids can stay in their wild shape. How long?
Depends on the creature, but I think an hour. I could be wrong.
I don't know that rule off the top of my head. Admittedly.
I remember another druid in my campaign.
Half your
It was
druid
an hour
level,
for a direwolf.
So half my level is 1.5, so 1 hour.
Yeah, makes sense. Then an hour.
I'm going to wait until it gets closer to the time frame they were saying, and then
Like within 10 minutes of the time frame, or like within 30 minutes?
within 30 minutes, like 30 minutes, then because I have some preparations that I want to set up.
All right. Astra, what are you doing?
Astra's just gonna not necessarily hide, but kind of stop and lay down and just sort of relax.
All right, sounds good. Like Yoko, you definitely have a lot of time to do so. So a base, passive, or need to roll a 20 to, discover you. Definitely something you can do with the allotted time you have. Once it hits 30 minutes, Milo, what are you doing?
Hold on a second. Up to an hour. Okay, yeah, I would cast Pass Without a Trace on myself, and get up in a nice sized tree, kind of hide my body. Like, I need a big tree. I'm looking for a decently sized tree. As I slowly walk up to the tree, as I slowly start growing bigger and bigger, and I wild shape into a giant spider, and climb up into the canopy and hide.
Okay. Giant spider. Spider. It's
Oh no,
safe to say you guys are the baddies.
not a giant spider. No, I won't climb up. I'll climb up into the tree, but I will basically wait. But I am casting Pass Without a Trace. Not gonna turn into a spider or anything right at the moment.
Oh, so you just climb up on top of a tree.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. More time passes until eventually the time of... I was about to say confrontation, but that makes no sense. Until the time of fighting. Confrontation, thank you, me. You're welcome. Does come forwards. Da, da, da. Oops, wrong there. Eventually, a motley crew does come forwards. They are quickly dispersed by the guards that then soon follow after. 5 guards in tow with a wagon. The wagon itself does seem to have 2 sections of it. The front section seems to be where the likely merchant / person you are sent there to kill and or scare away. And the second side would be their cargo, which you never asked what it was.
Well, that's because we're just gonna steal it either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, true.
Can I see Yoko? I mean, I knew where she went and hid, right?
You can't see them, but you know their general area.
I'm gonna. We didn't discuss beforehand what we were actually doing, did we?
No, you guys just decided to hide, which is why I kept asking, what do you guys do?
Well, I guess I'll bonus action cast Hell of Thorns and fire. Top of the it is target and 5 feet. So if I targeted these 3 would I mean the 4 surrounding it would be hit, correct?
The Hail of Thorns is what I heard.
It's 5 feet within the each creature within 5 feet of my target. I'm attacking the carriage.
Yeah, it would hit the 4 knights around it, as well as the horse.
Alright.
Alright, just give me a second when I look for horse HP. I think it's 10.
A draft horse.
Looks like it's 13 for a riding horse.
And a draft horse is 19.
I'm gonna divide the difference. 15 health. Alright. Do you do so?
Yeah.
Alright. Immediately, a volley of arrows just shoot out. Well, one arrow volleys into the sky and then breaks apart and shatters and lands towards them. Okay. Go ahead and post dexterity save of 14, or else take half.
Oh, wait a second. Spell save is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus modifier, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it should be.
Okay. The volley hits, like, the wagon. It's, like, not even possible to not hit the wagon. But the other knights do need to move away. The horse, I honestly can't see a horse moving away because they're literally latched onto the wagon. I'll give him disadvantage, I guess.
I mean, did they even notice that I was there? Were they surprised?
Oh yeah, that's a good call. They all get disadvantage then. Let's see here. Dexterity save +2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1,
Fail,
2,
fail.
3, 4.
Oh, fail. 16 and 15.
Fail. One succeeds. And that's it. One succeeds. It wasn't the horse.
Which one? 6?
It was this guy. He still takes half, though.
Which roll was the success? The 15?
The 15 and 14. Sorry, the 15 and 16. If your modifier, if your spell save is 14.
The 16 would have. Okay, so you rolled them like that. Okay. I'm just confused at how.
The rolls are 21, 1, 8, 13, 14,
Okay.
7, 4. All right, that's correct. Wait, sorry, I was listing the die number, not the total number. Either way, the groupings are the first one and then the second one, and then the first one, second one. That's how it is. But how much do they get? Taken down by 9.
And then half as much if they succeeded.
Yeah. And then here's horse. Horse does not succeed. So the horse almost looks completely down. The knights themselves look badly hurt, but not quite dead. The one that did get hurt still looks pretty bad, but not fully dead. And the captain up top, more or less captain, does look and begins to scurry his men. The men around him then states, "Cover the cargo! Make sure no one gets out here!" Everyone go ahead and roll turn order.
Hey, last week it was Aster, this week it's me.
Yeah. He's not moving, I just need to get him into turn order. 13, not bad. And then the group of militiamen, 18. And then the shadowy organization you're currently working for. They got a 7.
The monkey would have known that as soon as I released that arrow, he was to charge.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair to say. Next time, say it beforehand. Okay. Boom. Oh. I guess they go first. You can tell that they begin to not scatter, but 2 of them do move forwards. In a almost widening berth to make sure that, they're not a complete target. They look around and try to spot people around them.
I never rolled a stealth check when I said I was, so it's... Do I need to roll one now to see if they spotted where the arrow came from?
Oh yeah, now you do. It would be base 20, but you almost gave yourself away, so let's see what you roll.
Plus 10, because I do have pass without trace up. That's a
17.
natural 1.
Alright, the 2 guards up forwards begin to look around. What's their perception? Plus 1. So that's a 9, fail. And that's a 2, fail. The 2 guards up forwards look around, and the 2 guards in the back, "Do you see anything?" "No!" Blast! Then they begin to... I guess they hold... they bring out 2 crossbows and hold their ground until they spot someone lurking and come outside to greet them. The other 2 guards take defensive stances against and around the wagon. Milo.
Okay, now... Since it's happened, the monkey's already charging. So if he gets hit, he gets hit. They will see him jump out of a tree and just start barreling at them.
All right. Let's see. Their crossbows are 30 feet. Once he reaches 30 feet of them,
He
they can get them.
has. I'm trying to remember what his speed is. 40, so he'd be able to get to this one.
All right. As soon as they reach there, the two people, that one and that one, just shoot their crossbows to hope to fire. Let's see.
They need to do a 15 to hit.
Yeah. Let's see. Dexterity plus 2. That's not good. Oh wait, what's this a proficiency? Proficiency plus 2, so a total of 4. Hit and natural 20. A volleyed shot shoots in and sinks into the monkey's side for 2 points of damage. Another shot sinks in for a total of 4 plus double, so a total of 10 damage to monkey.
And he's got 10 health left. He's going to attack this guard.
I had always assumed.
Now, if the beast moves at least 24 feet straight towards the target and then hits it with a maul attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 slashing damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw against my spell save DC or be knocked prone.
Mm-hmm.
So, the maul, 23.
23 does hit.
7 points of slashing.
As your monkey rushes towards this man, they barrel in and then just basically grab the man and break him into the ground, causing his armor to slash into himself, causing him to die on the spot.
Wow. Kinda, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's gonna hide behind this tree.
Like a monkey, they immediately and then quickly climb into the tree.
Mm-hmm. My turn. I'm going to. Okay, so it's 5, 3. Okay, I'm gonna get a point. Right. 5, 10, 15. Okay, I'm gonna point right here, and from that point, tree roots just start coming out and weaving in and out of the ground to a 20 by foot square from here, and I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Okay, who would that cover?
It'll get all 4 of the guards and the horse, and they will be restrained if they fail.
Man, you just really want to kill that horse. Okay. What's their save? 14, dex.
It's
strength. It's a strength save.
Strength save.
Yeah. Let's see. Strength plus 5. Good. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not disadvantages this time because they can totally see the vines going for them.
Only
but only one of them succeeds, which is this guy. Which is ironically enough still the captain. The captain needs to succeed on everything. Not that strong though. Okay, since they are now entangled and grasped by the vines themselves, for duration, they are restrained, can't really move. Creatures restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plant will wilts away. Okay.
Alright. That was my action. So, bonus action. Let me see what the
Oh wait, sorry. I'm gonna give the horse a +2. Horse is also entangled.
As I'm doing that, they watch as I'm using my bonus action to change into a brown bear, a large brown bear, and just come barreling out of the tree at them and get right up in front of the captain. So I need a bear token. So I guess it's just the normal monster bear, brown bear token. I forgot Entangled was a regular action, so I had to change it up a little bit. But yeah, bear, it's fine.
I do believe I have a bear, so I don't need to make a new token. Bear. Brown bear?
Bear. Right here, large.
Boom.
Just need to make it bigger.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sometimes my tokens take a while for my main screen to materialize.
Yep, that's where I want to be. And I'll just roar.
All right. With a mighty... That's the best way I can describe it. They begin to shout directly towards the captain's face. It's a good thing it's not feared. Well, he's not feared. Immediately, you can tell that your turn ends. The captain, being smart, but not that strong, but being smart, no, he's loyal. So he'll try to attack the brown bear. Let's see here. He brings out a giant battle axe and then just goes in for the swing. He has a +5 to this.
I mean, oh my god, he missed.
No one can hit today. And then just tries to slash in, but nothing seems to happen. Afterwards, he's just like... He's not really, but he's trying to take a defensive position between you and the cargo. The other motley crew comes forwards and then states, "All right, boys, now's the time. Charge!" And then immediately see a bear. "Boys, there's a bear! We're going to be eating good tonight!" And unfortunately, it took their entire turn to get here.
If they try to attack me, I will attack back.
You might have to. Yoko.
Can I tell which of these guards might be spellcasters?
Based on how they're fighting, none of them.
Okay, well, down from the tree and move up there and try and cut down this guard.
All right, they are entangled. I think that gives advantage. I forget.
Yeah, restrain gives advantage.
Yeah. I always forget between advantage, crit, and the like. All right, 21 definitely does hit. And like a singing-songing blade in the air, it cuts through with a beautiful melody and immediately cuts this guy in half. One side falls to the left, and then the other falls to the right.
And since I'm dumb and didn't think of this earlier, I'm going to use my blade song and end my turn.
Yeah. It's why I described it that way. Aster.
Well, let's see here. 30 dash 30. And I'll just end my turn there.
I'm really surprised you guys didn't wait until you could pincer them.
Yeah,
I thought that's what we were going for, but
Same
Milo woke up today and chose violence instantly.
We didn't discuss, so Milo didn't think about it.
Well, Milo's an idiot. Sorry, them's the breaks.
Yoko goes. That person goes for Yoko. This guy goes for the monkey.
The monkey's up in the tree.
This guy, he can jump.
He can't move. They
Oh,
can't
yeah,
move.
they're
literally
restrained.
restrained.
Ah, bollocks.
They'd have to use a strength save to get out of it.
Nah, they're just gonna throw their swords at you.
I
Disadvantage.
mean, that works
This is
too.
not. This is not how swords are supposed to be wielded. +5. Swing. Miss Yoko completely. Now monkey. 12 doesn't hit monkey, I take it?
No, 15 is
Okay.
his ace.
They throw their long swords directly towards Yoko and Monkey. It lands in the trees, not doing anything. And at Yoko's left hand, they didn't throw that well. Milo.
I mean, with one pincer in them, they're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, but it'd be one quick and clean motion.
Let's see. Multi-attack. Makes 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claw. I'm gonna just take a claw attack at his chest. So it's a +6. So it's a D advanced. 20.
20 definitely does hit.
And that is 1d8 plus 4. 1d8 4.
Really, there's a lesson in there in making sure that you're able to balance a sword for throwing.
The giant dire bear slashes into the captain and almost guts him completely. He's still somehow standing. Whether by sheer will or the fact that he hasn't been hit yet, except for now, is instrumental. Well, he was slightly injured.
Hold on. That was the bite attack. My bad. 2d6 attack for the claws. Then.
Well, he had 1 health. Not anymore.
I did the wrong damage. I was looking at it. The bites, the 1d8.
And immediately, the dire bear goes in, grabs the hurt, slightly injured captain, and then just bites their left arm off, causing them to just basically go down painfully, harshly, and violently.
This is. I'm just gonna walk up to these guys and use my bite attack on this one.
Okay.
21.
21 does hit.
8 points of damage.
And with the claw attack, just shreds him.
Bite attack.
Bite attack just breaks him. Unfortunately, they were almost down. Milo, anything else?
Just slowly back away. He can have an attack of. No, wait, he's restrained. Can he do that? Restrained can still do
Yeah, it'll just be at disadvantage.
Okay, he can take his attack.
No, he can't.
He ain't got no weapon.
He ain't got no weapon.
Okay.
He's not a monk either.
Alright.
Well, he's dead. These 3 guys. Actually, Noble wouldn't do that. He's not stupid. These 2 guys immediately go for the bear. All right, guys, stand back. We'll take care of the bear. You guys take care of the Noble. We eating good tonight at the hut. And then immediately try to attack you. They have a +3 to any of their attacks. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, the bear's AC is only 11.
Oh, wow, why are the good/bad guys hitting? It's a good thing they only do
damage.
It's a good thing they only do 1d6 plus 2 points of damage. Because I just gave them base damage. Alright, for a total... For a total of 12, they get like bitty clubs and then just whack them into the bear behind for a total of 11 damage. Oh, sorry, 12.
Alright.
Math. No, I was right the first time. It's 11.
Alright.
Noble just like basically gets out their crossbow and then like tries to shoot this guy. +3. Is not able to hit. It like hits his armor and then just flings away. Yoko.
I'm gonna look at our comrades, I guess, and leave the bear alone. It's Milo, the little one.
Roll persuasion.
Sorry. That's well, it fail either way, but
yeah.
it's supposed to be a 5, no advantage.
Yeah. John looks towards you as if you're crazy, and the other guy just looks at you and then simply states, "What are you talking about? The little guy was like 3 feet tall. It is a giant ass bear, miss. Don't worry. I know you're afraid, but we can take care of him." It looks like they're also tough. Oh, at the very least, did not know Milo could bear shift.
If that's how you feel, just don't come crying to me when he takes your arm off.
You just look at a couple of guards that have already died due to blood loss of arm. Yoko, anything else?
I'm gonna throw a dagger at the remaining guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sure does it.
GG.
Well, the last guard had 2 health left, so immediately just swing a dagger directly towards them, pierce through one end and out the other. Normally, daggers aren't supposed to go that efficiently through someone. This one did. And hit the ground with not a care in the world. The horse is badly injured. I'm just going to say they're not dead, but they're heavily injured and aren't able to continue forwards. What do you guys do now that combat is essentially over? Unless you guys want to try to talk the 3 guys from not fighting you.
Aster, do you want to try talking these guys down?
Leave the bear alone, or we're gonna have a problem. And I
Roll
will take
intimidation.
your money.
Did you say, or I will take your money?
Yes.
With advantage. All right. Yeah. Looking at you, they immediately like back up. This does give Milo an attack of opportunity, technically.
No, yeah, I'm not going to.
All right. Noble does look. All right then. Should we, it does the whole finger throat slitting motion towards the caravan. Deal with him.
First, and I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna open the caravan seats inside.
All right. Yeah, Aster, as you walk over there, I want you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Oh wait, what am I talking about? This isn't an attack. I just have to hit your AC. Let's see here.
17.
Long sword plus 5. Definitely hits a 17. Immediately you see an elf, highborn and high class, directly aimed for you. Unfortunately, does strike true. If you want me to roll, I can roll, or you can just take 7 points of slashing damage.
7.
Okay. You brought a good point last week. I was using the numbers they give me to make it faster, but I can also roll.
Yeah, rolling is usually my preferred because.
Yeah, no problem. Then it's 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah, because they can always roll a 1 and not do much damage.
So 11. And he now enters the fray in the current position. Looking towards you guys, you do see this noble just looking directly at you. He's not moving. I need to get him into turn order. And then he does state.
Is the entangle still up?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't into the entangled.
Oh shit! He was in the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make a concentration on the entangle. Hold on. What were the individual damages that I took from them dum-dums?
Less than 10.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna say 9.
Concentration... Oh, I used the monsters. Oh, it's the same. It's not the same. So I'm doing this, but mine it. No, they're not perfect. Do I... If I'm in watch tape, do I use their con modifier to do concentration checks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So... 20 plus 3. Nope, I lost it on the first hit. So Entangled's gone. Anyways.
Okay. Nathan Devers looks towards I was about to say Alabaster, but again, that's One Piece. Aster, and then like basically kicks the door down and slashes in. Brings back his blade and goes, "I don't know who you are, but you're not getting me." Aster, it is your turn.
Punch. Grab.
9, I'm afraid, does not hit.
Has to be a 18 athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay. Athletics or acrobatics?
His choice.
I'm gonna go with athletics because that is the skill they have. Plus 5. 15.
Fails. So they take the D4. I'm going to action surge. I'm going to punch them in the face again. This time with advantage.
All right. I'm assuming you like basically have them arm lock restrained.
Yeah, basically.
You basically have
and-
one of his hands tied behind his back while you just basically punch him in the face over and over again.
And
21
he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, strength save plus 3. 7.
And he drops his sword.
And they drop their sword and take an additional 2 damage. So a total of 2 plus 7, 9 plus 2?
Yep.
Plus 4. I mean, sorry, plus 3.
7, 9, 11. No, it should be 11 for that one attack.
I'm talking about the first attack as well. The punchy face thing.
Yes, plus 3, yeah. The grab does damage.
Okay, so 2, 5, 12, 14, and then 15 total. Got it.
And I'm going to drag him over here, away from his sword on cart.
Okay.
I'm going to say that if he would like to live, he needs to start complying.
As you say that, the man that was just brutally attacked says, "I don't know who you are, but you bloody monsters will never get me!"
It looks an awful lot like you've been got.
His platoon is dead. Milo.
And we had already discussed that we were to destroy. We wanted to look in and possibly destroy the carriage, right? That was talked about.
No.
Instead of killing.
No one was given a plan whatsoever. It was
We
at a
had
game.
decided not to kill the guy, correct?
Like at a game, yeah.
I could have sworn we were talking in character when discussing that.
Sure. In game, yeah.
I mean, I was talking in character. That's why I was making sure because.
Fair.
I'm gonna walk over to the back and kind of just look at where, because I still have my intellect and wisdom as my watch shape. So,
yeah. The first section does seem to be like a caravan section where this guy has been basically staying, sleeping, or basically he is the noble that is transporting this goods and services. And then the other section of it is where the stuff is. There is a window there, but it's black tinted, likely to keep perusers and anyone walking by, to mind their own business.
Is there a door?
There's a door. You can like break it open or see if it's unlocked.
The door.
You can also just see if it's unlocked first.
I'm in bear form. I can't do knobs.
Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead.
Just pull the whole door off.
Yeah, there's like no way of not hitting this door. So roll damage and see if you do enough damage to break the door open. Yeah, it only had 10 health. You immediately slash in and like break apart this.
I would have tried to rip it off.
You rip it apart, breaking it off of this wagon system. As soon as you do, you look inside, and inside is nothing. Like, it looks like there's nothing inside. It looks as if it's a simple wagon. There are some hay bales here and there, but why would they go to all this trouble just for hay?
I'm gonna stick my hand in.
You stick your hand in, and immediately the minor illusion just dissipates. Inside are 5 people. All clad in white robes. Each of them have golden blocked hair, golden iris eyes, and one of them does have 2 protruding wings behind their back.
It's at that point I'll drop the bear form and look in.
All right. I'm assuming Milo has seen Aasimar before. Inside, you do see 5 Aasimar. They all look to be young-ish, but not so young they're children. They're adolescents, roughly late teens, early adulthood. Except for the one with the wings, they themselves are a very tall blonde woman with a symbol of Timora on their chest, like a necklace.
Alright, stay calm, everything's okay.
You do see one of the younger teen Aasimar just like try to go for a swing, but since they're not a fighter, they don't actually have anything. So they just easily miss. And then the oldest one of them, the blonde, tall woman, just basically drags the team back inside.
Hey, watch it. We're not here to hurt you. And I guess that ends my turn. Or...
Yeah, it does end your turn, but roll persuasion?
Bad.
They don't believe you.
I don't really care. They're not going anywhere right now, so it doesn't really matter.
Very true, very true.
I'm just gonna stand there, and the monkey will just come and stand next to me.
All right. The 3 party members move forwards, and then John takes their action to light a fire and then light a few arrows of his crewmates. And
hey, stop that.
Persuasion disadvantage.
Well, once it is.
I was gonna say they're pretty dumb though. Like with a 10 you can, and then you roll an 8.